Hi guys, you are watching Weekend Movie Channel, and these are top 11 good thrillers released in 2023 that you can watch online right now. I hope everyone will find something new to watch, and if not, follow the links in the description below to other videos on this topic. You will probably find something new to watch. Bring Him to Me. The story revolves around a driver with a troubled past. He is instructed to deliver his partner in the robbery to an influential criminal mastermind, for whom they work. The fact is that the looted amount is missing $25,000, and now the young guy is waiting for punishment, because the main suspect was him. Only the driver knows that this road leads the characters to a sad outcome, and this knowledge weighs on him. Throughout the trip, the viewer learns details about the lives of the main characters, which reveals the circumstances that led to this moment. The soft-spoken driver and his passenger chatterbox create a duo that is interesting to watch. At the expense of a single, for the most part, place of action, the interior of the car, the viewer can focus on the interaction of the main characters. The picture can't boast dynamism or bright acting performances, but fans of simple and atmospheric crime movies may like it. Your Lucky Day. The events of the movie unfold in a small convenience store on Christmas Eve. Sterling, a drug dealer, goes inside, where there are already a young couple, Anna and Abraham, a policeman, Cody, a store clerk, Amir, and another customer named Laird. The latter has a big stroke of luck. He discovers that he has won $156 million in the lottery. The winner's shout of joy is replaced by cries for help, as Sterling points a gun in his face and demands that he hand over the ticket. After a chaotic shootout, the criminal offers the survivors a deal to split the money and forget about what happened. The plot of the movie is very simple and banal, but the atmosphere creates a tense action, which is interesting to watch. The director made a convincing story about people who succumb to temptation, whose choice leads to a series of unpleasant consequences. The picture clearly demonstrates how easy it is to destroy one's own life with a single rash act. Finestkind. The movie takes place in New Bedford. The main characters are two half-brothers, Tom and Charlie, who were separated when they were children. They grew up in different conditions and have little in common. Tom is a hard-working fisherman who continues his father's business, and Charlie is a student of Boston College, a future lawyer. One day the paths of the heroes cross on board Tom's trawler. Soon the brothers manage to get into trouble, fishing where they should not, which leads them to a series of unpleasant events. Step by step, the heroes get involved in crime. The plot may seem formulaic for another trivial movie, but closer to the end, the picture turns into an exciting and tense thriller that explores the themes of complex family relationships, loyalty, and the hardships of a cruel world. In all this dark story, there is a place for love and sincerity. The movie can be praised for its strong cast and good direction, which masterfully reflects the harsh realism of the criminal world. Self-reliance. Tommy is a real loser. The guy lives with his mother and almost does not do everyday things. But one day he meets actor Andy Samberg, who offers the hero to take part in the show, where for 30 days he will be hunted by mercenaries, trying to kill. The grand prize is $1 million. There is a saving condition of the game. The assassins cannot attack if the man is near any other person. It seems nothing complicated, and Tommy agrees, relying on the people closest to him. But suddenly no one believes him. Then the hero is forced to look for help on the internet. In the course of the game, Tommy meets Maddie, and the pair work together to avoid an attack. The authors in a comedic manner explore the theme of the importance of human connections. It turns out that having trained assassins on your tail can give new meanings to life. There are some interesting ideas here, but unfortunately the movie fails to realize much of its potential. It's still a curious comedy with a dash of thriller and romantic drama though. Nowhere. To avoid reprisals, the young couple Mia and Nico leave totalitarian Spain. They plan to escape to Ireland across the sea on a container ship, but tragedy strikes at a checkpoint and the military separates the couple into different containers. During the transportation process, a violent storm occurs, overturning the ship. The entire cargo is sent into the water. The story unfolds around a pregnant Mia, who has to save herself and her unborn child at any cost. Most often, movies on the theme of survival are built on common templates, changing only the location of the action. The creators added elements that make the story more tense and dynamic. The authors carefully convey the despair of civilians whose fates were destroyed, and all this action unfolds against the background of an ecological disaster. the picture it turned out to be tinsy and exciting will appeal to fans of chamber films about survival. Grand expectations. Summer of 2019. Madeleine and Antoine are a couple of lovers vacationing under the scorching sun of the Corsican coast. She is from a modest family. He is the son of a rich lawyer. Soon the heroes are waiting for exams in a prestigious academy where future politicians are educated. However, now they only enjoy each other's company. The couple dreams of reforming society and getting rid of social injustice, but in an instant their lives are ruined. During a conflict with a local resident, a tragedy occurs, and now Madeleine and Antoine must hide what they have done. Experiencing guilt, the girl wants to surrender to the police. However, the young man insists on hiding the crime. After a while, their paths will part, but that unfortunate event will still bind them together. The romantic movie quickly becomes a tense thriller, where the threat to the life of the heroes hangs in the air. Realizing the poignant theme of the power of lies and deceit, the authors denounce all the lowest qualities of a man afraid to take responsibility for his actions. Totally Killer. In 1987, a series of brutal murders of teenage girls took place in a small town. What all the crimes have in common is that they occurred on the eve of Halloween. These brutal murders remained unsolved. The action of the movie unfolds 36 years after the tragic events, and now everything is repeating itself like a copycat. Again, Halloween Eve, and again, a brutal murder. This time the victim is the mother of a high school student named Jamie. By coincidence, Jamie is sent back in time and now tries to prevent all crimes. The 80s stunned the girl with their manners and orders. This picture about time travel is an unpretentious youth slasher, moderately bloodthirsty and quite comical. The epoch of the 80s is conveyed stylishly and qualitatively. At the same time, the authors do not forget to portray those times in an ironic manner, adding more humor to the picture. The movie keeps the intrigue until the finale, thanks to its fascinating plot. Coup de chance. Pretty Fanny has met many bad men on her life path, but in the end she married the imposing Jean, who gave her everything she could dream of. It seems to be the love till the grave, though not everything is so clear in this story. The girl accidentally meets Alan, her former classmate. Now he works as a writer and is going through a divorce. In conversation, it turns out that the man was deeply in love with Fanny back in high school. Sincerity bribes the heroine, and soon their frequent lunches lead to romantic dinners. However, a real threat follows this relationship. Director Woody Allen does not change himself for almost 60 years of creativity. The setting is still as elegant as ever, a light tone and a special charm. The movie combines the genres of melodrama, thriller, drama, and comedy. Despite the banality of the plot, the picture charms with an atmosphere of nostalgia. It is a leisurely but also not boring movie, which will appeal to fans of the director as well as may interest the casual viewer. Dogman. The picture tells the story of Douglas, a strange man in a wheelchair who suddenly got into trouble with the law. One day the police stop his van, in which they discover a pack of dogs. Evelyn, a psychiatrist, goes to the station to question him. Then the man candidly shares the story of his life. Douglas's mother abandoned the family, leaving 2 sons in the care of an oppressive father. So, spending his childhood literally locked in a cage, he became a victim of violence from relatives. To survive, their father organized illegal dogfights. As Douglas grew up and explored the world, he developed a special bond with his pets, who soon became his only friends. The new picture by renowned director Luc Besson is quite unique. It depicts a man crippled by other people's indifference, whose comfort became our smaller brothers. Saltburn. It is the year 2006. Oliver Quick is a gifted young man who attends Oxford University with the most elite students in Britain. Unlike Oliver, who had to work hard to get his place, the rest of the students did so because of their privileges and connections. Despite the fact that the hero tries outwardly not to stand out from the crowd, he immediately becomes an outcast. This continued until Felix Catton, the tall, handsome, and wealthy king of the school, needed a favor. Taking pity on Ollie, the hero offers to accompany him to all the parties and dinners he attends. When summer comes, Felix invites Oliver to his family's country estate, the stately Saltburn Palace. Unequivocally, the picture becomes one of the most provocative in 2023, causing a lot of debate. The authors stylishly and tastefully tell a story-turned-story from which you do not expect caustic satire on modern society and unconventional denouement. Society of the Snow. The story is about a rugby team traveling from Uruguay to Chile. During the flight, a passenger plane crashes into a glacier in the Andes. Only 29 of the 45 passengers survive. Finding themselves trapped in one of the most inaccessible environments on the planet, they will have to overcome all the harsh challenges and dangers that lie in the silence of the snow-capped mountains. However, not everyone will be able to get out of this hell alive. The picture is based on real events that occurred on October 13th, 1972. Views of snowy mountains are filmed perfectly. With the help of camera work and competent musical accompaniment, the authors masterfully convey the feeling of hopelessness of the main characters. Despite the lack of familiar names to the average viewer, the cast is skillfully selected. Everyone copes with his role. Before us are not superheroes, but the most ordinary people experiencing fear, pain, hunger, and cold. This is an exciting story about the power of the spirit, which is able to inspire and energize the viewer. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Share your movie impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and put the big thumbs up. See you. Bye.